I can't stand crotchety old fuck. Like,
You
know those people that just take the job way too seriously and they're just grumpy and hate life? Anyways, I always we're working with another logging contractor, and he's like an owner operator with those guys, not associated with our company. Normally I meet the first couple trucks rated. I meet one guy at 0, then I meet the next guy at 6, then the next guy at 12. Well, I pull on and say, empty truck up at 0. I don't hear anything. That's weird. Normally someone says, good morning, Chase. And you say, good morning, and all that. And so I don't hear anything, and I keep going. Empty truck up at 2. Still don't hear anything. Okay. Empty truck. At that point, I heard another guy, the crotchety guy, he called empty starting up at 0. And I'm like, okay, empty truck up at 4. Still don't hear anything. And then all of a sudden that guy's like, shut the fuck up. Empty trucks don't have to call kilometers. That's not the way we do it, which is the way we do it. We just call both ways until somebody hears each other and just say, oh yeah, here I am.
I think that's the best way to do it, especially on a switchback, but all right.
Yeah, narrow logging roads. Like, it's not Alberta. That's an Alberta thing. Anyways, so I call in. At that point, I'm like, oh, well, fuck this guy. Because, not just shut the fuck up. Empties should be seen like children. They should be seen and not heard. So I'm like, okay, empty 4.5 up, empty 5 up, empty 5.5 up, empty 6 up.
And then just pushing them.
Oh, yeah. So then all of a sudden, like when I call 6, he gets on the radio and he's like, loaded truck down at 7. You better clear right there. Just fucking with me. I know he's fucking with me because there's obviously no truck there and it's him. So I pull over onto the side of the road because I'm running early. Like, I'm like a half hour early heading up there. So he pulls out and he pulls in front of me. So I pull right behind him, and we're in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m. So my headlights are driving him nuts. So he pulls over. He's like, if you're going to follow me with those fucking lights, just go in front. And shut the fuck up. Damn. So I'm running early. So I'm like, okay, I've got like a half hour to kill. He's heading up to a different loading block. So I start doing 5 kilometers an hour, 10 kilometers an hour. He turns on his high beams. Like, hurry the fuck up. What the fuck are you doing going so slow? I'm like, oh. So I flick on my backup lights and I'm like, oh man, I got power mirrors. I could just, oh, look at that. No high beams. Don't bother me. Losing his fucking shit. And he just, you fucking son of a bitch, just cursing me out. So I hate this. I hate that attitude of like, let's, and I'll fuck with somebody. I will totally fuck with somebody because now I'm having fun. I've got a half hour to kill. So if you fuck with me, I'll just fuck back way harder and I'm better at it.
Oh, yeah. And what a grumpy guy, though. Holy.
Oh, yeah. And now I start calling every quarter kilometer. Up at 9, up at 9.25, up at 9.5, up at 9 3/4, and losing his fucking mind. So he finally gets out there. He speeds her past me in a pullout. He gets in front of me, slams on the brakes. He's like, you want to go? I'll fucking hop out of this truck and kick your ass. And I'm like, yeah, let's fucking bring it. Fucking kick your ass. And I open my door like I'm hopping out, and he comes back at the truck, and he's getting up to the nose of my truck. I just start backing up slowly down the logging road as he's chasing down the road after me. He fucking runs up the road chasing me, and I'm just keep backing up, yelling taunts out the window. Finally, he has to walk all the way the fuck back to his truck, and then he fucks off.
Yikes. Well, that sounds pretty eventful.
It was hilarious.